Colby Covington had words for Strickland over Sean's recent comments regarding UFC fighter pay. Sean said that the fighter pay is utter garbage. On the SOS cast, Colby said, "My thoughts are, Sean changed his life, so he's kind of hypocritical to be saying this. Now he lives in a really nice mansion-style house. You know, he has great cars, and he has money in the bank. So who is he to say this? He's literally being a hypocrite too. He's talking about guys that just started in UFC. He's talking about the 10 for 10 pay. Yeah, that's what you get in your first fight in UFC. Let's talk about what he's getting paid now. He's making guaranteed $500,000 to $1.5 million in that range. As a first-time fighter in the UFC, you haven't made the UFC any business. You haven't done anything for the company. So why do you think you deserve to get handouts and get paid? If you go 0-2 on your first contract, you don't win any fights, how should you ever deserve to get paid or get healthcare? You did nothing for the company. You added no value, and you made the company no money. So Sean's in the wrong here again. I don't know why he's so mad about the UFC. They made him $1 million or $2 million. The beef between Michael Bisping and Ariel Helwani has escalated. Last week, the two had a back and forth over Ariel's reporting on UFC 303. Bisping called Ariel a prick and told him that it's none of his business whether Conor fights or not. Ariel fired back, calling Bisping a bootlicker for the UFC and told him that it's quite literally his business because he's a journalist. Bisping reacted to Ariel calling him a bootlicker and said he was initially joking with Ariel. Ariel then fired back at Bisping once again and called his response weak. Ariel says that Bisping backtracked on what he initially said because he knew he was wrong.
After you probably don't like that people are calling you bootlicker Bisping, or maybe now I should call you backtracking Bisping, or maybe the best title of them all is backstabbing Bisping, because that's what you've done. Anyway, this is how he addresses it.
I just got sent a video of Ariel Helwani going on a rant, calling me bootlicker Bisping and all the rest of it. Jesus Christ, Ariel. Jesus, buddy. Relax. We're having a laugh. We're taking the piss. Jesus Christ, Ariel. You're good at what you do, buddy. All right? Relax. Jesus Christ. Anytime you insert yourself into the conversation, you become a part of the conversation. So therefore, we're going to have a laugh. We're going to take the piss, which is what we do on this show. Okay. Anyway, Ariel, all the best. There you go, buddy.
All the best, buddy. The weakest ever. You get called out. I finally respond a year after pot shots. And this is what you say. We insert myself into the story. No, again, you don't understand. Journalists report on things. You know exactly what my job is, and you know that I do it very well. So just don't talk about me. If you can't give me credit because you're afraid that Daddy Dana is going to take the slap fighting gigs away or the Apex gigs away, just don't say anything. Don't talk about me. I'm trying to inform this audience. I'm not inserting myself. I'm not making it about myself. I'm trying to report, just like every other journalist on the planet does. And I thought maybe he'd come out there and be like, you know what? I got this one wrong. You know what? Fair play, Ariel. Fair play. I remembered who you were. He comes out and be like, buddy, I was just having a piss. I was just taking the laugh. Whatever the it is. Having a laugh, taking the piss. Whatever the he was saying.
Sean O'Malley believes he would knock out Gervonta Davis in boxing.
Gervonta? They would never do it. That would be the issue. But 145 pounds. 140 pounds,
well,
maybe.
An MMA fighter come over to box. I mean, Floyd and Conor, they did a way heavier weight than Floyd used to.
They would try to put in the clause that you couldn't be bigger than this certain thing, and that would change the whole thing.
They would probably put in the clause that I had to be 5'8" when I walked in there. I could weigh in at 5'11", but I got to be 5'8" when I walk in there. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that would get more chuckles. Tough crowd. Well, let's get into some UFC news. We're done with that boxing bullshit. Knock Gervonta out. Let's just end it on that. Anyway.
Israel Adesanya posted new training footage to his social media. He's fighting Dricus du Plessis at UFC 305 on August 17th. Darren Till fired back at Bo Nickal after Bo made some comments about him and Khamzat Chimaev on his podcast. Here's what Bo had to say first.
But yeah, that dude's losing his aura a bit. Obviously, it's Khamzat Chimaev. He's going to be your rival. And
He just needs to keep freaking winning and not doing this crap.
Well, he needs to actually fight.
Who was his last fight? It wasn't Kevin Holland, was it? Usman, yeah. He fought Usman.
So he hasn't fought a real 185er.
Ever.
Granted, he's sick. Can't do anything about an illness or anything.
Good.
Will not get sick. That would be a good solution.
That's what I do. Don't get sick.
I mean, he said that you can't wrestle, but at least you can wrestle currently right now.
I'm not in a hospital, so
yeah,
I can. Yeah, technically
can.
I think he's probably overtraining.
Well, I don't think he's overtraining. I think he's over partying.
Think?
You think that he's a partier?
Know. Probably. I don't know. What else would it be? I've just heard rumors about like him and Till and stuff, like crazy stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Darren fired back via X. He wrote, "Why is my name getting dragged through the mud? I haven't seen Hamzat for a long time, and he is devoted to his religion. Please, guys, don't speak out of turn on rumors you don't know are true or not. Just type a fight in a different way. We don't tell lies." Colby Covington fired back at Daniel Cormier over DC's recent comments regarding Colby avoiding a fight with Ian Gary. DC initially said, "I love Colby. I think Colby's cool. I think he's a good dude. I think he's fine. But come on, Colby. Come on, brother." Colby can't say or try to determine who gets a title fight right now because of the way he lost to Leon Edwards and the way he fought. It seems like he's unwilling to fight Ian Gary. I think he should maybe just step back and just not really say much at all until another fight comes his way. I don't know what the hesitance is to fighting Ian Gary for Colby Covington. I don't know if he just doesn't want to fight back in the rankings, but I think he needs to recognize that in this situation, that's kind of what he's going to get right now because of the way he lost that last fight. He didn't fight well. Colby fired back at DC on the SOS cast. He said, "I love Daniel Cormier as well. You know, he's a friend of mine. Everybody knows he's a media head now. He will do anything to get some clickbait. What's the easiest name in the UFC to get clickbait off of? Oh, trash Colby Covington. Oh, say Colby Covington. Some mean things about him and you'll get sympathy from the fans and from the media people because all of the media is a bunch of liberal leftists anyways. Daniel doesn't know what he's talking about. He's never been the A side, so he doesn't know what it's like to call the shots and wait for the right opportunity. The biggest thing is I got to get healthy, and I'm not going to go rush out there on somebody else's time. I'm on my own time, and the UFC knows that. I'm already a superstar, and I've made so much money. I don't need to fight ever again. It's really on my time, and I'll fight when I'm ready to fight, when I'm healthy. I want big fights. This kid's a nobody. He just got a split decision over the 12th ranked kid. I'm fighting world champion after world champion for the last 7 years straight. Why does this kid deserve to fight me? He's literally the B side and thinks he calls the shots and is the A side." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one from the Eagle has landed. It says, "Chandler sounds depressed." The second one says, "Chandler not here for a long time, here for a good time. Proceeds to waste 2 fighting years of his life." And the final one's from Joe Geasley. It says, "Chandler slowly morphing into late career Tito Ortiz." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.